If you're a teen who is struggling with functional neurological disorder, short for FND, I can only imagine how frustrating it can be. You've probably been to doctor after doctor, tried so many different things, and it's really hard to feel like yourself again. Whether it's paralysis or functional seizures or disconnect, brain fogs, or any kinds of situation. Maybe you're also wondering, in this whole scenario, maybe this is how your life is going to be. Can I just say that frustration, that doubt, it's real. But let me also tell you a story about someone who felt just like you and what happened when she took a step forward. Hey, I'm Dr. Lee. I'm a pediatric health psychologist and the founder of Teen FND Academy, which is an online group coaching program specifically teaching teens with FND and their parents learn the practical strategies and skills to not only overcome and resolve FND, but also they get their life back and thrive. And that is my specialty. But today's video, I'm going to explain why skepticism is not only natural and why you don't need to let it stop you and how you can overcome FND. So let's dive in. Well, first of all, if you're skeptical, you're not alone, okay? You've probably heard of a lot of promises that have not worked. And maybe you're so tired of seeing 5,000 different doctors already. And it's easy to feel like there's no way out. I get that. FND is very confusing. And then I bet you probably didn't even know what it was until you got the diagnosis. Whether it's a PNES or NES or FND, doesn't matter. Until you got the diagnosis, you probably didn't know what it was. And maybe you might have spent a long time trying all kinds of treatment that did not give you the result you were hoping for. Say, endless therapy, endless different medications, chiropractic adjustment, acupuncture, massage, hyperbaric oxygen chamber, all kinds of gadgets, supplements, maybe 7,000 different kinds of supplements, you name it. And all of these experiences of frustration and disappointment and discouragement one after another, everything leads to doubt about whether anything is actually going to work. So if that is where you are, I get it. And maybe your parents keep trying to convince you this is different. This time it's different. At the same time, also super frustrating to feel like no one really gets what you're going through. And it's really tough to trust any program or any approach or any treatment when you've been let down in the past. And that skepticism really comes from a place of real experience, not just imagination. And that's why I can only imagine your experience is so real. So let me share a story with you. Alex was 16 when she hit her breaking point, maybe just like you are. She was highly functioning, high achieving, very perfectionistic, straight A student with all kinds of extracurricular activities. But she has been living with FND for over a year, and it felt like nothing was really helping. Every new treatment her family tried, because Alex was just going along with the program, right? And then she trusted her parents. So every time her parents said, this is it, we found this treatment, we found this thing, we found that thing, right? But the more she tried that, she left her feeling more stuck. And when she first heard about my program, Teen FND Academy, she was hella skeptical, very low-key skeptical. And she told her parents, like, why bother? Nothing works. I want to live my life like normal. And I don't even want to think about FND. And I just don't want to deal with it, you know? And then this is what happened. Alex's parents totally get that, but they were so adamant to help Alex. So Alex encouraged her to give it one more shot because parents did their study, talked to me ahead of the time, and studied a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel right here. And they're also part of my private Facebook group, and then getting a lot of insights and then tests, case studies, and seeing other families just thriving, getting their life back. So the parents were so convinced that it was going to work out. So they literally made a deal with Alex. Okay, let's give it one more shot. Parents are also nervous too, but their desire to help Alex was so strong that they were not going to stop. Imagine if Alex had a cancer and Alex has tried so many different treatments and nothing worked, and then she wanted to just give up. And if her parents also gave up, yeah, that's right, Alex, you've gone through too much. So yeah, I get it that you don't want to do it. At the end of the day, you have to have a skin in the game. So probably it's not going to work out. If that is you, is that how you want to live your life or not? Right? So kind of similar situation. Again, FND is not a life-threatening, illness or disease like cancer, but just as devastating, right? It is real. So that's what happened with the parents. So therefore they made a deal. And while It is true. It did not help Alex overnight. She found something different actually. It's actually a way to finally make sense of her symptoms and start feeling like herself again. Because here's the deal. Most people get this wrong. FND is all in your head, or it's just a nervous system glitch, or it's just anxiety, stress, or maybe some providers have audacity to tell you how you feel, even though they don't know anything about you, right? So you all have to do this to see this therapist and keep digging your non-existent trauma or the stress everyone has. But for some reason, you have to deal with this anxiety, right? So that is where people get it wrong. FND is much more complex than that. And it is a biopsychosocial problem caused by the 3 P's in a pot. Like I talk about, the predisposing, precipitating, and perpetuating factors. So it's a perfect storm that created FND. So just focusing on this non-existing trauma, stress, or anxiety, or nervous system glitch, or just one thing is not going to make a dent. So think of an FND like a car. Let's just say your body is the engine. And if the car is not driving right, can we all say that the engine is the only thing that we need to check and then fix? What about the tires, the gas, oil, the filter? What about the road condition, the weather, or how about the driver? Like maybe there's nothing wrong with the car itself, but maybe the driver is hitting the gas and the brake at the same time. Of course, a car isn't going to drive well, right? FND is just like this. You need to know everything that is playing a role in your condition in order to resolve it. Now, hang in there, because Alex was the same. Just like other teens who've gone through my program, a total sus. She was very suspectful. Okay, a total misunderstanding about FND because no one told her exactly what it is. So she was under the impression that I should have this trauma. Well, I'm feeling anxious because I have FND, but I didn't have anxiety before that. All of these things, right? So what made things click for Alex was not just learning about her body or her symptoms. It was how she began to connect everything. Her emotions, her routines, her mindset, her body, her brain, and even, her family reacted or supported her. So she learned small practical skills to calm her nervous system to begin with and manage her energy by pacing and work through her symptoms without letting her take over. That's exactly what she did. And her parents, not only you or Alex, her parents also got involved, which helped a lot because they stopped asking or making things harder by accident and started working with her as a team. That made a huge difference. It wasn't just like any other treatment where parents are going to take Alex and then drop her off for this like therapy or treatment. I mean, it's just kind of funny saying that. Me being a psychologist, it's not there's nothing wrong with therapy, but it's a whole different ballgame, right? It was a huge difference. So at first, Alex was not sure if any of it was helping. But after a few weeks, she realized she was actually having more good days than bad ones. Her symptoms did not disappear all at once, just so you know, but they stopped controlling her life completely. She went back to doing the things that she loved, like going to school, even though she was okay going to school, but like she was happy about the fact that she was able to get back to her life, like spending time with friends and just being a regular teen again. So Alex is just an example. She's not the only one. Teens like her who started out feeling very total sus, doubtful, like low-key skeptical, often find that with the right approach, things really can get better. Again, I'm not saying that my way is the only way, but one of the key to success in Teen FND Academy is really a pacing. It's not just about go until you crash and burn. So you don't have to do everything all at once. It is about taking it one step at a time. And the great thing about my program, Teen FND Academy, is all the curriculum, it is self-paced. So you are the conductor. You are the director. You are the one who is directing your own schedule, not somebody else or me even telling you what to do. And not only that, part of that program is being kind to yourself when things don't go perfectly. So if you are high achieving, high functioning, high perfectionistic individual, I am like that. So I can only imagine things can be a little bit iffy, when things don't go the way we want, right? But the thing is, it's a journey, right? So it is okay to have moments of doubt. The important thing is for you to keep going. And it starts with the why. Why you want to get better. I would imagine that you want to get better. But why? Why do you want to get better? Do you want to get better so then you can do what? That becomes your North Star. And therefore, when things get a little bit tough or really tough, which I would call it an adjustment period, like a roller coaster, it's not like you're having a setback. It is an adjustment period because you're doing something right for the first time in a long time for you. So if you're feeling stuck, I want you to know, like literally, things don't have to stay this way. Just like Alex, you can learn how to take back control one step at a time, baby steps. This is what I talk about all the time. So skepticism does not mean you don't care about getting better. In fact, it shows that you are invested, that you care a lot in your recovery. You just want to make sure the effort you put in is going to be worth it. And I respect that. So let me reassure you, Teen FND Academy is literally built to give you the skills and tools that can actually change the way you live beyond FND. So if you want to continue to live with FND, like you're having this like a ticking, bomb, that's your choice. I'm not saying that's bad or that's wrong. That is your choice. So who am I to say what is good and bad and what is right or wrong, right? But in Teen FND Academy, my program, the goal here is not for things to be perfect, just so you know. I'm not perfect either, and I'm learning how to be okay with it. And so I am leading by the example. So for you to start learning practical skills to deal with FND and its challenges, that is a start. You're not expected to get everything right. Nobody is actually judging you. That includes myself. The program is really about building up your resilience, self-awareness, and control over time. So if you're really serious about your health and because you care and then you're invested, you want to make sure, then why do you keep guessing and just assuming that everything is the same? I mean, how is that working for you? So if you want to make a progress, like for real, then click the link in the description and then schedule a call to talk to me and see if you qualify to get into my program. Because I am here to help every single teen out there with FND to be done with FND. Because you deserve so much more in your life, and no one can tell you what the limit is besides you, because it is your life. Well, leave a comment below, see how you feel about this, having skepticism, and then having doubt. Like, tell me, what is your skepticism? What is your doubt? Because I want to talk to you. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.